All right, and good evening, and welcome to round 3 of the AK Racing ACC GT3 Championship. We are here at Brands Hatch. You can only see the splash screen at the moment, just sorting some couple issues. I might have to restart the stream, but just to get it out there, we are live in qualifying, 21 or just under 22 minutes remaining. But let me just sort out these issues, but we shall be back in a moment with the remainder of qualifying and, of course, the 1 hour race from Brands Hatch. Alright, and welcome back. I obviously just had to change a couple settings in OBS, but we are live. Unfortunately, it's not picking up the screen at the moment, so just bear with me again. Hold up, my apologies. Alright, and we're back. Okay, I believe I've got it sorted this time. Okay, so skip straight over to what is going on. I do apologize if there's a little bit of lag. We'll try and, again, sort that in between the two sessions. But our current runaway leader, Captain Barracuda, in the Black Falcon number 6 Mercedes AMG, continues to take the field by storm. Currently topping the timesheets, 123.838. But Andrew O'Hara is not far away, less than a tenth of a second, about half a tenth away. He's currently sitting in the pits at the moment, but we will stick with Captain Barracuda to see if he can improve. He is on a hot lap at the moment, so we'll jump on board with him actually. And see how he's travelling. As you can see, we are in the darkness, which is going to make this already challenging circuit even more so. But it doesn't seem to be affecting Captain Barracuda. Nice and smooth. Uphill right hand where we will see a couple of drivers run wide, I'm sure. Beautifully through the penultimate corner. And now it's got the final corner to navigate. Now the run to the start-finish line. And he crosses the start-finish line, and there it is, an improvement, 123.532. So he is absolutely flying at the moment, as he has all season, Captain Barracuda. We've also got Andrew O'Hara, who has left the pits in his Team Parker Racing Bentley Continental. So that was an outlap, and now he'll try and better Captain Barracuda up into turn 2. Down to the back straight. Very vital to get a very good exit out of that. Really is sort of a long left-hander. He's coming up to some traffic, but I don't think he will catch him in time. In fact, it looks like he's backed out of it a little bit, because that Ferrari behind him is just closing in a little bit. I think that's Rayton in the 488 Ferrari in behind. Apologise if the stream is a little bit stuttery at the moment. As I said, I will try and sort that out by the time the race comes along. Last lap 26.6, so he did back off just a little bit. And he's going to try and go again here. Unfortunately, he's coming up to Thompson on this lap, so he may have to get out of it again. He still has 15 minutes to go, though, Zohara, to try and strike back at Captain Barracuda. Exits out of Sterling's, now making his way to the final corner, which is the Clark curve. So again, a little bit of weaving. Now, and obviously did have a bit of traffic as well, so how will his next lap fare? And it is 33.8, so he did back off once again. Should have, looking at the obviously timing screen in the top left there, 3.5 seconds, well now 3 seconds, 2.5 seconds, 2 seconds to Pope in front of him in the Audi. He'll be hoping Pope gets out of his way. Otherwise he'll have to have bought 3 laps in a row. And he's a good 3 seconds faster in the first sector than the Pope Audi in front. Pope getting the blue flag, so it looks like Pope is on an outlap and does sensibly get out of the way. So good driving from Pope there. And now he's got there's a car off the road there. So now he's got a 4-second gap to Mironenko, who's in 4th place. So I don't think he'll catch him on this lap. And a little bit wobbly entry to Westfield. Goes through Dingledell, now through Sheen. Doesn't run too wide onto the grass there. Now Sterling's. There's looks like a lap traffic, or perhaps the guy's someone's made a mistake and gone off. I believe that's Sarlo in the number 1 Audi. Now through Clark. What can O'Hara muster on this lap? A 25.1. So again, maybe a little bit affected. Maybe a little bit affected from lap traffic, and he's going to have, well, he's got a lot more traffic in front of him now, so it looks like this lap probably going to be a little bit of a waste as well. But just to run through the order for those playing at home, obviously got Captain Barracuda at the top of the timesheet. Then we've got Terry Rayton or Andrew O'Hara in 2nd, Terry Rayton in the pits currently in 3rd place. Then we've got Greg Brock, fantastic job for him, is also in the pits. He is in 4th. Sergei Mironenko in 5th place. And then we have Justin Cortea in 5th. Josh Lynn, 6th. Tim Craigle in 7th. James Delaney, 8th. And back up over to Mr. Delaney in the Emil Fry Jaguar. Wasn't too far off his personal best on that last one, but a fair way off the fastest time, which is, well, Barracuda has improved his time, so it was a 23.5, and prior to that it was a 23.8, and there was less than a tenth between O'Hara and himself, but the gap is now 0.6 of a second. Captain Barracuda 123.280 at the top. And in fact, I've got 2 Greg Brocks in the server, according to my broadcasting tool. So, something going on there. And we've got Delaney back in the pits. So, we'll try and find someone to keep us entertained. Who's just starting up? We'll watch, check out Michael Sarlo. See how he's travelling in the Belgian Audi Club Team WRT Audi. 26.0, his personal best currently. Got a couple cars in front of him. Reese Halters and Anthony Jazana. And even more traffic. It's a Lamborghini in the way. It might just hinder Salo a little bit. No, it gets out of the way and on the brakes, so it shouldn't hinder him at all. Might put him off a little, but I don't think it'll cost him too much lap time. He hasn't made a mistake, so we're at the penultimate corner. Run down clearways and then to Clark curve. Crosses the line and at 26.8. So a little bit off his best this time around. And just have a look at Justin Cortier in the Nissan GTR. Last lap 25.5, personal best 24.6. He's in a bit of clear air at the moment. He's got current provisional pole getter Barracuda letting him go just there. But it's got a few seconds to Craigle in front of him. It's always run wide there. The exit of Hawthorns. And that will either give him a track cut or cost him time, I'd imagine. So we'll see when he crosses the start-finish line how he fares. But yeah, I don't think. Yeah, I don't think this lap's going to be any good for him. But we will follow him around. Mironenko's set at 24.1. So personal best for him on that last lap. Cortier 27.0 after making that mistake. Cut to Sergei Mironenko and see how he travels on this lap. He's got 3 seconds to Lin in front of him, who is in 6th, so it shouldn't be hindered by him. As you can see, he's got the endurance lights ablaze. Little blue light inside the car to help him find those buttons, or help the virtual driver find the buttons on the steering wheel and in the cockpit. He's coming up to Thompson in front of him, so hopefully Sean gets out of the way. In fact, another car as well. Oh, yeah, I think he might get a little balky. There is blue flags. The S&P Ferrari does get out of the way, but I think that would have cost him a couple tenths there. But if he does continue, he does have a gap, as you can see on your screen. O'Hara 5.5 seconds up the road. But of course, we might have a driver leave the pits as well that might split the two. And anyway, out of the final corner goes Mironenko. Cross the line, 24.8 there, so he was hindered just a little bit, but still 24 around here. It's a pretty solid lap time. At 23 is alien pace, and 25s, even then 25s, not a bad lap time. And Mironenko in the gravel trap, and he's going to go back to the pits. So with that, we'll jump over to Terry Rayton. Both he and Andrew O'Hara had a fantastic scrap at Monza. Battle all race long. Although both of them did drop a place. They were battling for second for the majority of the race, but after, I do believe they had a little bit of contact between the two during the pit stop phase, and that dropped them down to the battle for third in the end. 24.9, the last lap for Terry Rayton. This lap, as the sun does start to come up just a little bit more light out there now. Crosses the line, 24.3, so he's getting closer to his personal best. Does have quite a bit of space, so we'll stick with him. He's got every opportunity on this one to set a quality lap time. Currently sitting about about 1 second off the pace. And on that last lap, he was 1.2 down on Captain Barracuda. So he'll be hoping to break into the 23s. The white flag's out there, so this is a slow car up ahead. Or perhaps just a glitch from the game, because they're... Oh no, there is Thompson out there, so perhaps it was Thompson going around a bit slowly in front of him. Right on board. So you're waiting to see how he tackles the final sector here. Very nice and stable over the curb. At Sheen's, oh, but he's been balked there from Sean Thompson. He was going very, very slowly through Sterling's. Perhaps a mistake or something. Or perhaps trying to leave a gap to the car in front. But either way, that is balked Terry Rayton, and a bit of contact between the two. So Rayton will be a little unhappy with that. Hopefully no damage to his 488. And he'll cross the line, 26-1 for him. And we'll see if he continues this lap or if the damage is just a little bit too much. But 5 minutes now remaining. Breaks it around about the bridge for Paddock Hill. Oh, sorry, not for Paddock Hill, for Druids. Down the hill, Graham Hill now. Down the Cooper Straight towards Surtees. You can take various lines through here. He sort of sticks to the middle. A little bit of a wiggle on the exit. And I imagine in a lap or two's time there's going to be a bit of sun starting to hinder the drivers as they approach Hawthorne Bend here. Car in front of him a little bit wide on the exit of Hawthorne. Through Westfield. All the grasscrete on the exit. Through Dingledale. Now Sheens, which is going to catch a number of drivers out. That grass on the exit and that wall on the right. No doubt about it. Through Sterling's now. It's been a solid lap so far, but not happy with it, and he was catching up to Josh Lynn in front of him, so looks like he just wants a bit of a gap. And as you can see from the glass on the building there, that the sun is now rising, and may play a little bit of havoc on the drivers as they approach turn 1. Oh, and a bit of a slide there for Rayton through turn 1, and he's decided to abort that one and go straight back to the pits. Right, we'll now cut over, and should we take a look at? Jump over to Simon Phillips, who had a decent pace at Monza, but a couple issues for both the Aston Martins in that one, and they weren't able to extract the best results possible with the pace they had. Currently sitting in 11th place. He'll be hoping for a bit better, but I don't think the Aston Martin suits Brands Hatch all that much compared to a number of the other cars out there. Current best of a 25.8, but he's a fairly steady hand, is Phillips, and I'd expect him and his consistency to probably move him up a place or two in the race, but he's not happy with that lap, so he's going back to the pits. So we go up to our next car, Jason Madden in the AF course 488 Ferrari. And not much between himself, Phillips, Sarlo, at a tenth of a second, and he'll want to find another couple tenths to get himself in front of Greg Brock, who's set at 25.6. This is his personal best, and then you'll need to find a few more tenths to jump in front of Tim Craghill with a 25.2. And in fact, he's backed out of this one, and Captain Barracuda is going through again, so he's not satisfied with his 23.1. He wants a 22. So we'll jump over to him and see how he's going. And just have a look at his inputs there on the right hand side just to see how he's travelling. So there we go, find that Using a little bit of grass on the exit of Sheens. All the road and a little bit more. And looks like he's backing out of this one. He's going to try and go again here. 25.3, and he backed out of that one. A number of drivers would be, well, a 25.3 for comparison would put him 9th on the grid, and that was with him slowing down. So that just demonstrates the speed this fella has. Perfect exit out of Druids, but it's a bit of a slide through Graham Hill's going to cost him time, and that'll probably do him, I think. I don't think he's going to be able to match his personal best, let alone set a 22 with that slide, but he's continuing on. He won't be beaten by Andrew O'Hara, who's in the pits at the moment. Terry Rayton is on a lap. He's just started his lap. And once Barracuda completes his, we'll cut across to Terry Rayton, see how he fares. One more corner for Barracuda to navigate. What time will this be? Bit of a slide? No, he's going to practice his pit entry. So obviously pretty smart driving actually. Just going back to the pits to practice that one, which a number of drivers may not have. It is a fairly tricky pit entry. So now we right on board Kessel Racing 488 with Terry Rayton at the wheel. Just shy of his personal best on his last lap. He's going again here. He'll be hoping to find about 0.8 of a second to jump in front of O'Hara, or perhaps he's just aiming for a 23. The yellow flag waving at him, but he's going to press on. Had to lift a little bit on the throttle, and he has just clipped the gravel on the exit, which in all Assetto courses absolutely kills his speed. But as you can see on your screen, Captain Barracuda once again tops the timesheets. About 0.3 clear of Andrew O'Hara. Terry Rayton in 3rd place, followed by Sergei Mironenko in 4th place, Justin Cortier in 5th, Josh Lynn in 6th, James Delaney 7th, Tim Craggill in 8th, Greg Brock 9th, Jason Madden rounds out the top 10. And then we have Simon Phillips in the Aston Martin starting 11th. Michael Sarlo in his first outing will start from 12th place. Sebastian Murray Vesberg will start 13th. Reese Holters 14th. Manasses Gomez will start 15th. Sean Thompson 16th. Anthony Cesana 17th. Shane Poole in 18th, followed by SASR 71 Enorsa. Well, we'll just take a short break. I'll try and sort out just some of the choppy stream issues. We do have about 4 minutes until the race begins, but we shall be back in a moment.